What's up, everybody? It's Katie Cat. I am here. I am back with the next chapter of Wolf of the Tunnel. And in case you haven't seen my So Sorry Everyone video, I have been on a hiatus for the past 6 months due to other issues in my life and just other commitments. But I am here. I have time that I can actually record videos. So, brace yourselves for the second chapter of Wolf of the Tunnel and hope you enjoy. I nervously paced back and forth near the capsule, laying open with this girl's lifeless, snow-white face staring up at me. No, I yelled at absolutely nothing. How am I supposed to protect her down here? She won't make it a day. I then collapsed my train of thought down onto another route. What could such a calm young girl have done to land herself down in this cesspool? However, I finally snapped to my senses and realized that if she's going to survive, she's going to need help. I lifted the girl from the capsule and placed my arm in the crook of her knees. Thank the Lord she's still breathing. However, the fact that she's alive makes her harder to carry. I make sure my right arm is placed firmly under her back before walking away. As I'm walking, I look down and study her for a little bit. Her long, coppery red hair drapes down over my arm as I carry her. Her pale face has several scattered freckles. She looks a lot like the girls from the Ireland area. I walk for several more minutes, the noise from camp getting louder, the acoustics bouncing it to me as I near. I then decided that if anyone at camp will take her, then she will at least have a home for now. I then look back down at her. Like a triggered response, her bright green eyes pop open at that exact moment. Startled, I drop her roughly in response. She lets out a yelp and flails her skinny arms as she falls into the muck that reaches up to just below my kneecaps. Responding quickly, I grab her wrist and run to a hollow in the wall with her in tow. After running my fingers through my hair, I look up to see the girl curled up in a ball on the floor. She's shaking like a cold chihuahua, and her eyes dart nervously around. "Are you okay?" I ask quietly, reaching out to her. Just as my fingertip makes contact with her forearm, she shrinks back and goes into a tighter ball as if she had just touched a hot iron. "Don't worry, you're safe," I assure her. Thankfully, she looks up just enough so that I can see a sliver of the white of her eye. I then make an attempt at conversation. "You can start by telling me your name." This is stupid, I think. There's no way she'll give some scary guy she just met her Jewel. I whip my head around and glance at her. Her whole face is out of her knees now. Now that she's awake, her pale freckles now have a bit of color. Her red hair is covering her left cheekbone as she stares at me. "Could you please repeat that?" I ask gently. "My name is Jewel." Her soft voice rings out in the silent alcove. "Thank you," I respond. "My name is Matsuda." "What do you want?" she asks in a shaky, contempt-filled voice. I look at her and say, "Well, I just saved your life. Does that count for anything?" She flinches and I quickly apologize. "So if you don't mind, may I ask what you're doing down here?" She starts and looks around nervously. Again. "You first." "Well, I'm down here because the tunnels are a safer rebel hideout than the surface." She flinches as I say the word rebel. "Now it's your turn." I was a peacemaker. I was on training assignment and, I didn't mean for anyone to get killed, and I failed to crush the revolt." I'm growing startled as she recounts her tale. What is this talk of peacemaking efforts and a revolt? No wonder she shrunk back at the word rebel. The entire experience must have scarred her for life, the poor thing. However, as I'm lost in thought, I hear the pitter-patter of footsteps and turn around. Jewel is gone. Well, thank you everybody for listening in for this story, and I will be back with another chapter very, very soon, probably within a few minutes. So, stay tuned, and see you on the flip side.